right, so in this video, we are going to talk about slope of a line. So the word slope is represented with the letter M, and in our previous unit, we used the word COP, constant of proportionality. Now we're going to call slope the ROC, which stands for rate of change. And that's the same as slope. And it's used for linear relationships. So back in our previous part of this unit, we were dealing with only proportional relationships. So rate of change is going to work for all linear relationships. So if we look at how to calculate the rate of change, we do it by drawing these right triangles. And the two sides of a right triangle are called the legs. So we have the vertical leg, which is the one going straight up and down, and we have the horizontal leg, the one that's going left and right. So the first right triangle is drawn for us, and the vertical leg is 9 units long. We get that by counting all of the boxes of the vertical leg. And our horizontal leg is 3. And so if we take the ratio of the vertical leg divided by the horizontal leg, we get 9 divided by 3, which is 3. To calculate the triangle between E and F, we're going to go straight up and straight over. Our vertical leg is 3 units long. Our horizontal leg is 1 unit long. So the vertical leg is 3, the horizontal leg is 1. And so if we do vertical divided by horizontal, we get 3 again. So now let's do D to G. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, my vertical leg is 9, my horizontal leg is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And no matter which set of points we do this for, the ratio of the vertical leg to the horizontal leg is always going to be 3. So the ratio is always 3. And which variable corresponds with the vertical leg? Well, the vertical leg is going straight up and down, just like the y-axis goes straight up and down. So the vertical leg is y, the horizontal is x. So another way to calculate slope is called the change in y. How much from A to D did y change by? It went up by 9 over the change in x. That is our formula to calculate slope. So what we essentially did here is we took and found a bunch of different similar triangles. Remember, similar triangles are triangles whose sides have a common ratio. So the common ratio of the 3 different triangles we drew was 3. So if I find the slope or the ratio of the vertical leg to the horizontal leg, remember we use the letter M for slope, 6 over 2 is a ratio of 3. Here, if I do vertical divided by horizontal, 16 divided by 4 is 4. And then if I do vertical divided by horizontal again here, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So triangle 1 and triangle 3 will form a straight line because the two triangles are similar and have the same slope. Slope we get by doing change in y, so the vertical leg, divided by the change in x, the horizontal leg. And so two triangles will form a straight line if they are similar and have the same slope. So let's do the same thing again here. Vertical divided by horizontal. I can't simplify that fraction. But here vertical divided by horizontal, I can simplify that. 5/10 is 1/2. And the order we divide is important when we're finding slope. We always want to do the change in y, the vertical, first, and then the change in x second. And then if I do this next one, 6/8 can be simplified because both of those are divisible by 2. So that's going to be 3/4. So again, triangle 1 and triangle 3 will form a straight line because the two triangles are similar. They have the same ratio of their sides and have the same slope. So when two triangles have the same slope, if we were to line up this hypotenuse with this hypotenuse, those two segments would form a straight line, not a bent line. And so the last thing we want to look at is my friend, Mr. Slope Guy. He tells me when slopes are positive versus negative. So notice here, this first eye is a plus sign. So any lines that go up and down from left to right, so when they increase from left to right, it's a positive slope. So it's kind of like, think of yourself going up a hill. You always start on the left side of the hill. So here you would have a positive slope because you're going up the hill. Then the second eye of Mr. Slope Guy is a negative sign because this line is a negative slope. Because again, if you were to start on the left-hand side of this hill, you would be walking down it, and so that would be a negative slope. His mouth is a horizontal line, and on each side of his mouth are 2 zeros, because if you were walking on this line, your height wouldn't be changing at all. It would be staying 0. This line would be a little bit scary if you were walking on it because you would just fall straight down. So this is called an undefined slope. And so you notice a vertical line here has the U of his nose. So the U is standing for undefined. So walking straight across is a slope of 0. Walking straight down is going to be undefined because that would be kind of a scary situation.